I am not doing the normal intro because this is an emergency podcast. We are in the bunker and we brought in reinforcements, joined by the chief, joined by Grayson, joined by Jonah. Jonah, we are here. Yeah. It is a special day. Brenner is back. Hashtag build back Brenner. How do we feel tonight?
We feel great. I feel like the guy they dust off on CNN when like there's the most random person dies from something. They're like, who was around for Brenner? We got that Republican from Kentucky who always just gets clipped saying the most heinous stuff imaginable. It's Jonah. That's me.
What's that guy's name? Like Scott Jennings or something?
Yes.
It's like we here with our Dark Years correspondent Jonah from 90 Lion Radio.
I always think of too like NPR will bust out a random bureau chief. It'll be like the Indonesian bureau chief. You're like, oh man, that guy doesn't get a lot of work.
It's always Eleanor Beardsley. It's always the same person.
Yeah, actually.
They've been in a hotel for 10 years, so like this is it. This is my moment finally to talk about
lost
something.
My number.
Feeling great. I love a good emergency pod though, Kevin. You know I do, so it's always the place to be.
Jonah, we did an emergency pod.
PT Martinez and Brenner, I think. Well, no, it was PT and who was it?
Was it PT and Lucho?
No, because Lucho ended up being
not PT. So it had to have been.
So maybe it was or Loca.
No, it wouldn't have been PT and Loca. This is great radio, by the way.
I'm pretty sure it was Brenner and PD Martinez.
PD Martinez was one of them. But yeah, we did an emergency live stream with literally tens of viewers. That was a seminal moment in FCC live streaming. And then, of course, there was a Matthew Duplan emergency. I don't know what else. I can't think of any other. You guys have done a few emergency ones.
The Matthew Duplan emergency podcast. I remember I stopped what I was doing. I was about to go grocery shopping, and I just sat in my car in the parking lot of Kroger and listened to the entire thing.
I went out for a drink after the alumni game, whenever that was, like 2 Sundays ago. And I was exhausted, like just having, been in Northern Row with all those people for like so many hours. And then going to the game and then staying for the alumni game. And I was like, I just have to like go like sit in like a comfortable space and like not talk to anybody. And I did that. And then who shows up but Matthew Duplan?
Wow.
And I was like, I really should go over and like talk to him, but I don't want to talk to anybody. And so I didn't, but
you could have like bought him a drink or something, like a creepy guy hitting on a girl at the bar. Just like,
say, hey, we saw you over there and we liked your vibe.
He still looks great.
Oh my God. Well, after the episode we just released where I think the dominant comment or the most common comment I got was mom and dad were fighting. Chief and Grayson got into it. It was good. I want to go. Chief, you were defending the move. Grayson, you were a little more critical. Now that we know a little bit more, that we're basically breaking even on DeAndre Yedlin, but that was freeing up some cap space to bring in Brenner. I assume there is still a right back move to be made, but assume there isn't for a moment. How do we feel about the transaction now?
I mean, I was in favor of this last night. I am even more in favor of it right now. Like, yes. This is it's funny how it's the old Roddy Piper line. Like, just when you thought you had all the answers, I switched up the questions. We were asking the wrong question last night. The question wasn't, who is the right wing back on this team? The question is, who's the second striker on this team? Because when you look at when the FC has been at its best, the FC has been at its best when there have been two strikers they've been playing, whether that was Brenner and Vasquez or Brenner and Bupenza. And since the departure of Brandon Vasquez, they've had a problem with that. They've never been able to get two quality strikers on the field at the same time. And it's, been met with varying degrees of success. And this year, especially, the team very clearly thinks it plays better. And the results kind of bear it out that this team very clearly plays better with two strikers on the field. And so it's almost one of those things where it was staring all of us in the face. And we should have been thinking about this. Like, okay, where is the natural upgrade for the Kai Kamara spot or the Sergio Santos spot, or, they've sent Corey Baird out. Where is the natural upgrade for that? And I think that we have a pretty good answer now at this point. And I'm very, very excited about it.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with a lot of that. Especially the end part. I do want to say that, like, saying like I was not a fan and Chief was a fan feels like lying.
Fair. That's fair.
Because I wasn't a fan.
Whoa. Stop. Breaking news. Tom Bogert, literally 46 seconds ago. FC Cincinnati in talks with Real Salt Lake to potentially sign Poland international winner Dominik Marczuk, per sources. Talks ongoing ahead of the deadline at 1 a.m. No deal set. Marczuk?
I'm going to say Marczuk. Is this on the recording?
Zuckerberg.
This is on the recording.
Okay.
Marczuk.
Yeah. So
Marczuk.
Laurel also tweeted it about a minute ago.
Yeah. It's like
breaking
they're literally
per source.
They're back to back within 14 seconds of one another.
I'm curious who's first.
I have Tom Bogert beating her by literally 15 seconds.
Well, there's no okay. I know that the protocol is to be like so and so first, but like 15 seconds feels like you got it at the same time.
Right.
And one of you had slightly faster internet.
Right. Tom Bogert's got the blue check mark, so I think that makes him the winner by default here, right?
Honestly, blue check mark feels like he's probably the loser because they probably speed up the blue check mark posts. So Laurel probably hit publish first.
There's a 5-minute gap.
Right. On X, the everything app. It's all happening on X.
Post your sources, both of you. We'll know who got the text first.
I would, yeah.
Marshall 21 hasn't started for RSL since May. Would be a wingback for Cincy if a deal is struck.
Okay,
21.
so,
that's a U20. That's a potential U22 depending on the salary, right?
Well, they signed him on a U22 deal. I know that off the top of my head.
He could be cash.
I know that off the top of my head, not because I Googled it.
He could
not
be
because I Googled it like
Cashford,
30 minutes ago.
which I don't know how that works actually, implications wise. So maybe could he be a Cashford?
He could be.
Okay.
So the rule with U22 is you just have to be on your first contract, and so like a Cashford, you can stay on a U22 deal because the contract transfers. He could also be a loan because the contract transfers in a loan.
Does the Cashford count as the acquisition cost of the U22?
that would be acquisition cost, so it's off book.
Oh, so it's easy. Okay.
Yeah. So like there's several ways, whether it's a GAM trade, a loan, or a Cashford. There's several ways it could still just be a U22.
So
okay.
So just in the last 24 hours, Chris Albright has signed Brenner and a U22 winger, Polish international.
Polish youth international, I believe.
Full international.
Again, no off the top of my head.
Full international according to Wikipedia. 1 cap, 1 goal for the Poland senior team.
Amazing record there.
Jonah.
Oh, really?
What?
According to Wikipedia.
Oh.
So, yeah, 1 goal and 1 appearance for Poland. But Jonah, like...
Are you going to ask me my thoughts on Dominik Marczuk?
No.
Kevin, I got to admit.
Are we just pivoting to Marczuk and we're not even talking about...
No, I can't even like... in the last 24 hours, losing Yedlin, gaining these players, like Chris Albright does it again. Like, is this the best team in Major League Soccer? Like, what do we do with this?
Let's back up. Let's
No.
back up. No,
No,
I want
I
to back
don't
up. No,
want
to Brenner. I want to back up to Brenner. I want to back up to Brenner.
I want to back up to me being right.
Right. No. False.
Yes.
No. We're talking
Because-
Brenner. We're moving forward from
Yes,
that now.
because Kevin said I was against it, Chief was for it. I want to be clear what people were against and for. I was against moving Yedlin without like significant incoming.
And I did ask you what you would do or what would make it good.
And I'll say I'll cop to it. A DP talent striker was not something that I'd entertained. Okay. But had you offered it to me, I would have said, sure. Okay. But I did say, and I guess we can talk, I guess this is where Marczuk like kind of comes in, is like somebody who competes on the right for minutes with significant first team minutes. And Marczuk meets that.
Yeah.
Like he fully meets that. So I'm happy now. And I think it's good.
Well, I'm happy you've come around to my way of thinking.
No, your way of thinking was Yedlin leaving is good without anything else.
No, I said Yedlin leaving wasn't bad. There's a big difference between those two things. But moving forward, I just want to talk about like what was Jonah. I would be curious with you on this.
Sure.
What was your reaction when that tweet comes across? Because
What do you mean by that?
the Brenner, like
Brenner,
is coming
Oh,
back
not
to
the
Cincinnati.
Marczuk tweet.
Yeah, because like there are some times where we get like a whiff that something's happening, and you talk about it, and you're like, oh, I don't know if this is the case. I don't think there was a fucking soul that had Brenner on their bingo card coming back. So what went through your head the first moment that you read Tom Bogert breaking bombshell?
It's funny. I heard it. My wife was on the phone with her brother, who's an FCC fan, and he said to her, "We signed Brenner," and I could kind of hear him on the phone. And she said, "We signed Brenner," and I was like, "Did he say Brian Reynolds?" Like that's out loud. That's like literally what I said. Just like, no, Brenner. And then I looked, and then I saw this scoop, and I was like, oh. Well, that's fucking weird. But my mind, besides it being insane, I did go back to that Laurel tweet that you reminded me of, where it was like they kind of bandied it about in the winter, I guess it was, like possibly bringing Brenner back. And that was just like hilarious. Like, this has to be a joke, or like his agent reached out to FCC like, hey, we would come back, but like that was it. And then you could float that. Clearly it was something more than that, but I was just like, I don't know. We're so we're such a nostalgic team, and we're only this is our 10th year. Yeah. It's like everything in the past we just love so much. I mean, there's going to be some players who would come back who'd probably be like, no. But yeah, Brenner left on if you forget the end where he didn't want to come in and play, he left on a relative. But he
remember he like
he
apparently complained. Apparently he complained about like not getting like that last like farewell game.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna get it. Either this year or like some future year.
The pop he's going to get from TQL is going to be like when Jimmy or Manu would sub into a game. Like, it's going to be nuts.
I don't typically yell at games. Like, I don't like verbally participate. I like sit on my phone. I will yell for if I'm there when Brenner makes an appearance, I will scream.
God, I don't
it's
have
casual catnip for sure. They're going to be like, Brenner. I remember Brenner. He scored 4 goals, and it's like everything
I texted my wife, Brenner's coming back, and she said, I didn't know he left.
He's been pretty far down the depth chart. He's just watching Trilla come in a game, and he's like, what the fuck are we doing? Brenner's right there.
It's like, guys, I've been here the entire time. What's going on?
According to Laurel, taking a pay cut to come back and win a trophy.
Win a trophy. Come on. Whatever.
Unfinished business.
I don't believe that for a second. That's why Yedlin's going to RSL too.
Unfinished business.
He said, I'm here to win trophies. Like, yeah, she'll try.
This does raise a very interesting question.
Chief, what was the bar in Salt Lake that we liked?
Oh, Duffy's?
Duffy's, yes.
Was it Duffy's? Yeah.
Yedlin's unfinished business was he left his bar open at Duffy's. He left his tab open at Duffy's.
Yeah, it's a hold your card bar. Like he's got an Amex that he left there.
There was an Amex Platinum. I got to get it back.
It's got the design on it. My wife really likes it. With Brenner, do you think it was just that he didn't want to play with Lucho, and that as soon as Lucho left, he was like, "Yeah, Cincinnati wasn't so bad."
You know what it was? I know what it was. So Brenner liked Cincinnati, but if you guys remember, nobody spoke Portuguese. And now with Evander and Santos around, like, he's going to be able to like navigate the city now. This is going to be way easier.
He's going to chop it up with his boys right here. This is kind of it's a brand new world for Brenner. There are now 3 whole people that speak his language. They opened that Portuguese steakhouse at the Kenwood Mall, like around there too, you know?
He's going to be living it up.
Or the Brazilian steakhouse, not Portuguese, the fuck.
Texas de Brazil.
Yeah.
They speak Portuguese, so yes. You were still technically correct.
Close enough.
Hable português. I don't speak Portuguese.
Brenner and Evander apparently know each other from Brazilian youth national team.
Yes, they've played together. I've looked this up before.
And are bros. So
it's Brazil. I mean, they all know each other, right? It's not exactly a small country.
Well, you can't imagine how Brenner and Evander's personalities might mesh.
Silence,
right?
mostly.
Like they're so different from each other. You know, one is so fiery and type A, and the other is so relaxed. I'll let you decide which is which.
You know how excited I was so excited for this when I got home tonight. I actually put on YouTube and started watching shitty techno highlight videos from Brenner's time here in Cincinnati.
I made my son watch some of these earlier. Yeah.
Doesn't Brenner like only need like 7 games to get 18 goals? Wasn't that like the whole thing where it was like he scores in bunches in a couple of games? Well, he's coming in with 7 games left. Let's go.
Score
if he can get us like 3 hat tricks, I think we're good.
I've also decided in the offseason I need to make Evan Laura one of these videos. Just like awful dubstep music to like every clearance that he has.
Right. Add the footage from him kicking field goals at Michigan.
Or the like some really bad footage of him doing playing in the 2 game where he kicks the PK, like doing the back and forth run up on the PK. So when they announce Brenner, they've got to do another swipe right video, right? That has to happen.
They have to. They have to do another Tinder video.
Oh my God.
It's only MLS teams this time though. It's like El Paso Locomotive. Like
it's like Udinese retiring. Vasco da Gama.
Udinese, Norwich. What was the Greek club?
Wrexham, Panathinaikos.
Yeah, it was all the teams that he was allegedly linked to the first go around.
The Cyprus national team,
the Dubai Star League or whatever that's called, the Qatari Star League.
Can I ask Chief a question?
Please.
Who do you remember who we signed August 15th, 2024 to be our incoming DP striker? Over under. Does Brenner have more goals than Nico Giacchini? Remember when we brought him in at the end of the season? We're like, this guy can do something.
No, we've memory hold that. We don't bring it up all the time.
So that's the bar.
It does. There are a lot of similarities to this and that. Like, I don't know, but maybe for all I know, Albright has been talking to Brenner's agent for weeks, and this has been something where they've been trying to figure out a way to make it work. And, you know, this is something that they've really been working on for a long time, but it's so out of left field. It does have the same vibe as last year with Nico Gioacchini, where it's like, you forgot the science fair project was due tomorrow. It was like, who do I have a number of? Brenner, what's he up to?
Well, yeah. I had a thing. I'm sorry. I forgot.
Why you recapture the thing?
Damn,
I will
that
say
was
though,
so close to something.
What leads me to believe that wasn't the case?
Oh, yes.
They have been taught. They've clearly, based on that old tweet from Laurel, they clearly have been talking to Brenner.
That's what I was going to bring up. Was Laurel's tweet in February that like they had talked to Brenner's camp about coming back, and then I think we talked about it at the time on the podcast where Bogert came out and said like there was a quote unquote rumor that they had talked to Brenner and that it was baseless or no merit. And I think
the sources said it was baseless.
We can go back. We can go back to the podcast, but I'm pretty sure that we said on the podcast that it was wrong to call it a rumor. Correct. Because it was reported.
It was Laurel
by Laurel. Like Laurel reports. Like Laurel doesn't like rumor monger.
Laurel reports, we decide.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, yes. That might be the better slogan for this podcast.
And then I think we called BS on it that it being completely baseless because clearly somebody had told Laurel, who she thought was reliable, that it happened.
And we know she is in tight with Brenner's camp.
So we know she talks to Brenner's camp. We know she talks to people. And like, you don't have to love all that Laurel puts out to like understand that what she puts out is quote unquote reporting, not rumor. And that if she puts it out, somebody told it to her. She didn't just make it up.
Yeah. Now, if Brazil.info transfers on Twitter with 300 followers says it, then yes, it is rumored at that point. That's fine.
We talked about this in the episode after our live Gold Star show. I'm going back. So while you continue talking, I'm going to look at the transcript. And I'm going to see whether or not, because now I learned this the other day. Apple Podcast transcribes all of our episodes with AI.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That's not a problem. That's not inherently dangerous for the
future. Feed them to the machine.
Oh,
as a writer who reluctantly ended up a podcaster, I'm glad that my words are ending up in print in some form.
You'll be happy to know that is what made the AI episode so easy. Is it obviously had read the podcast before, like it got a lot of the mannerisms and a lot of like our go-to like personal sayings and stuff. Yeah.
So last weekend I was visiting my in-laws for an event, and there were like people who like I didn't know there, and I was trying to like just talk to them, be like friendly, be charming, whatever. And my father-in-law kept saying like, I'm not gonna do his voice because you'll tell exactly what country he's from when I do the accent, because my accent work is so good. But he kept saying like he has a podcast. And I'm like, dude, we don't talk about that.
Ooh, let's put it on. I have some speakers right here.
Oh, God,
and so like I ended up in like an in-depth conversation with some people who I did not want to have this conversation with about the podcast and stuff. They're like, how'd you get into it? I was like, well, like I'm a writer, really. And they were like, what do you write? And I was like, well, like mainly bullshit about soccer, but like also like literature.
Deep writing card. The people demand another entry.
Where can I read this work?
Oh.
Well, that would be on posthistory.com, the website that has it all every so often when we decide to update it. When other than Damon,
I was such a good writer that they asked me to stop doing it and do a podcast.
Kevin, your reactions to Brenner what is this? Look, I need to hear Kevin. Like, we're the ones always talking. I want to know what Kevin thinks about the return of the prodigal son.
I think Brenner is going to be incredible. I think he is an immense talent. I think that was always the case. I think he is supremely talented and gifted. However, he had some attitude issues. Let's be honest. That's what was going on. He had some stop-start motivation and sort of interest around this. He was always looking for the next move. And I'll be honest with you, I think he got a nice old serving of humble pie over in Italy. And I don't think things went as smoothly and easily for him. And I think he is comfortable with the coaching staff here. He had some of his most successful time in his career here in Cincinnati. And I think he has come back to fully understanding that this is how he is going to be able to revitalize his career. I am totally fine and totally okay with this being a short-term rental, get us over the line, able to do more damage in the playoffs. And then from there, if he leaves, so be it. That's great. If there is some way to keep him around, that'll be dope. We'll see how he performs. But I think this is an incredible move to get him in on a non-DP deal as a loan. I'll say it. It's Miami-esque in the movement here, which I appreciate. And I mean, Chief, I guess I hadn't really thought about it until you laid it out earlier in the episode. Is like, we really don't have the second striker. I think maybe even without this, the most likely scenario would have been, Kai Kamara or potentially Jabari coming in, which I don't know that I really trust right away to start. Obviously, I'm a big fan of Dotto. Obviously, the coaching staff isn't at that position, and Brenner is a hell of an upgrade. And honestly, it's something I mentioned in the Discord before. Like, if it didn't happen or it doesn't happen, like, this is still a good team without Brenner. I think this can only make the team better, and I'm excited.
Yeah, I mentioned in the last episode that another team, I don't know, I don't even remember which one, signed a DP striker this window.
Which, by the way, wasn't Columbus rumored to be talking with Brenner at one point this year?
I do remember that rumor. I don't remember who sourced it.
I don't know if like fans created that or not, but I have a vague memory of that.
I just remember the existential dread and certainty of knowing if that happened, he was going to come back to TQL Stadium and score like a hat trick against us.
But
absolutely.
But if you were choosing between like the striker Columbus signed and Brenner on a TAM deal, you take Brenner on a TAM deal 10 out of 10 times, right?
I do. Cincinnati does. Absolutely.
And again, that was the life hack in 2023 is you had Brandon Vasquez on a TAM deal. Like you had a DP level talent on a TAM deal. And that's sort of like, if you want to sort of say this is like a really out of left field idea. Yeah, the player itself is a little out of left field just because, been there, done that. But this is like the prototypical Chris Albright move. It is finding ways to get DP level talent on non-DP level spots. Like when this team won Shield, Brandon Vasquez, DP level talent, TAM deal. Yerson Mosquera, DP level talent, TAM deal. This year, we thought that was going to be Luca Orishano, DP level talent, TAM deal. He's kind of underperformed, but bringing Brenner in, DP level talent, TAM deal. Like that's the secret sauce to being great in this league is you have to get overvalue contributions from certain players on the team. And the other reason you would want Brenner as opposed to the guy Columbus brought in. So I was thinking about this today too. It's like, he's going to come to Cincinnati and they're going to say, all right, cool. Well, here is your flight. You're going to be arriving at this gate. When you get to the airport, I know where I'm going, man. I'll see you tomorrow in Milford. Like the value in that specifically.
Yeah.
I don't even know how you measure that. That like when he walks into Mercy Health training, it's like he's dapping up the same people. It's like, hey, Austin, I'll see you for lifting next week or tomorrow morning. You go to TQL Stadium. It's like, oh yeah, my locker's down in that corner. Get out of the way, Chirilla. That's where I dress.
How dare you?
Broccoli. How do you say broccoli head in Portuguese? It's like, get out of my way.
I'm trying to think. So, who all was here the last time he was here? Yuya Kubo, Nick Hagland,
Roman.
Was Sergio on the
Miazga,
team?
Sergio.
Was Miazga here?
Miazga was here. Yeah.
Yeah.
He came in 2022.
Yeah.
Sergio, Kubo, Obi,
Powell.
Yeah.
Powell.
Okay. So it's
Ali
like
Ali Can.
Ali Can, yeah.
Stephen
and
Jimenez.
Evan Loro.
Stephen Jimenez and
Stephen Jimenez.
Dado were probably both in the academy. Actually, Stephen might have been.
It would be really funny if he comes back and resumes bullying Dado like he's still the kid. It's like, guy, I'm the third leading goal scorer on this team. It's like, I don't care, pledge.
This attack between Brenner, Evander, and Denke has the potential to be incredible. Like the free flowing interchange, in my mind, I'm imagining what this could look like. You throw in the chaos agent of Echenique or Ashano out wide as well. I am hyped as hell.
We're replicating the Brazilian connection, but we're replicating the Argentinian connection we had when Lucho was here. Now we have a Brazilian connection between, two top level players. My only question is, what do you think the odds are that Barreal sent a "you up" text to Chris Albright tonight?
I mean, if they could recall him and he fit in this roster, it would be mind blowing. Like right now, we know things aren't going great in Santos. They had fans mob and storm the training center in Brazil there. I mean, wasn't the reporting from Laurel that he was open to coming back this year at the beginning of the year?
Yeah, I think it was pretty. I don't know. I'm not going to source this to anything.
Maybe it was posturing or something.
I think it's true that he was open to coming back. I think he wanted like a true DP contract.
I see.
It would be really funny though if they triggered the purchase option down there and like lowered the price, but said you have to loan him back to us for $1 for the remainder of the season.
I mean, there's a world where you like
supplemental roster,
buy out Yuya Kubo and loan back Barreal for his exact salary cap hit, and all of a sudden you got something there.
I mean, as long as we're bringing the band back together, you got to wonder if Barreal was like, "Hey guys, we're running it back."
It turns out Lucho thought he was leading this army of like angry players, but turns out they were all just pissed at him.
It's like, I'm getting the hell out of here. Who's with me? It's like,
you know what I think isn't, we haven't talked about yet is Brenner's hold up play. Like, it's really good. Like, he's not tall, right? But like, he's really good with his body position. He's really good, with the ball. He's good receiving the ball. He plays like that kind of like reserve 9 sometimes, that like false 10 or whatever.
Yeah.
He could be really nice next to Denke.
He liked dropping back a lot. He also elite at pressuring and harassing goalkeepers and defenders.
Yes, please.
Which could lead to a goal or two along the way.
Is there a world where him and Denke, or where Denke is not excited about this? I'm not trying to be the negative Nancy.
Right.
I feel like they kind of might. I think it'll work too. But Denke likes to drop pretty deep now too. I could imagine them being like, hey, scoot away a little bit. This is where I come back to hold up the ball and play off people. He's like, oh, is Evander going to favor his Brazilian buddy? I'm just
Denke's on an island.
It's like, wait, what is this shit?
I saw somebody post like, this is insurance for when Denke leaves this winter. Like,
I'm not.
Why does everybody want him to leave so bad?
I don't understand.
Everyone's dreamboarding
Kevin
Denke's
Denke
exit.
is gonna get bought up by Arsenal or whatever.
It's everyone insulating themselves from being hurt. That if they can they can be pre-sad about it and pre-mad about it, and like, well, I mean, I've already accepted he's not going to be here for very long. It's like, you're still going to be unhappy when he leaves. So you may as well enjoy it. Yeah, don't be pre-mad about things that haven't happened yet.
Like, folks, he's good. Don't get me wrong. A very good player. But as far as like massive European teams coming in to like increase his wages and a big money deal that makes it worthwhile to Cincinnati, he's not blowing the doors off of MLS. You know, if he's doing Zlatan numbers or Messi numbers, then sure, maybe somebody takes a look at him.
Yeah.
But like, it took Miguel Almiron like two of the most insane seasons this league has ever seen back to back for Newcastle, who was not that Newcastle back when they bought him, to be interested in him. So I'm not that worried about it.
Yeah, and the other thing about Denke is he's like international for Togo, which like no shit on Togo, but like you can be a star striker in MLS and just get regular call-ups for Togo.
Yeah. It's not
like his international status is not in question. And so like, yeah, I do think he could play in a lot of leagues.
Yes.
I think that at his wage level, the amount of teams that would really turn his head, that would also be interested in him, is not zero, but it's not like a huge number.
Yeah, and you start getting into things of like, you know, he spent most of his life or a huge chunk of his life in France, in Belgium. So maybe if one of the French giants is actually interested in him, but those teams don't have a lot of money. So yeah, I don't know. So yeah, so to your question, Jonah, no, I think Denke would be happy to have like one more player to take the defenses off of him, if anything. This is like a I don't know, like a T. Higgins, Jamar Chase situation.
Right. You can't cover everyone is what it is. And you can't focus on everyone. And now they have players now that are lethal. They have a trio of players who are lethal now. And then when you're talking about Luca Orishano as your fourth scoring option, like he's going to have a lot more space to operate in now. Especially when you put anyone on the other side of the field as a wingback that causes you pause for concern going over the top with some speed or some pace. This is all about just making the team, like we've complained all year that the team is so one-dimensional in attack. This is adding more dimensions to the attack and, you know, creating more. Like if the whole thing with Noonan is kind of like, here's the ball. You guys are $1 million talents. You guys go figure this out. They were adding another player who specializes in figuring it out. A creative type player that might just decide, oh, I'm going to do a Rabona like right here. Why not?
I was thinking, though, it would be really funny if Brenner comes back and also just wants to shoot from distance the whole time.
Great.
And just this whole team is just teeing off from 20, 25 yards out.
Just picking people off with headshots.
I mean, it might work, actually, because there's just enough talent to maybe do this.
What's the first interaction between Albright and Brenner like?
Are things patched up? Are we okay now?
It's big dog.
Big dog.
It's big dog. It's good. It's good.
It is funny where it feels like both of them did that thing where it's like, hey, if we're both 30 and unmarried, let's get married. It's like, hey, if I don't have a striker and you don't have like a promising career, let's just get back together. It'll be fun.
I also think there's a non-insignificant chance that like Albright is one of the most Philly people I've ever met in my life. And like, this is not the first instance in Albright's life where something has been thrown at him, or rumor has it. Like, that's a good evening out in Philadelphia, is if somebody ends up shouting at someone and then you just bro hug while drunk at the end of the night and say that, we should never let people drive us apart.
Dude, this is gonna be the best. This is gonna be the biggest bar tab in history.
So, Jonah, like, does this raise the expectations for the season? Are we now fully trophy or bust, shield or bust, or does this maintain where we were pre Yedlin moving?
Yeah, it'll be rough if we flame out real quick in the playoffs, if like he's actually playing for us and playing sizable minutes. But it's hard to, I just want to see it. Like, I know it's real,
Right.
It's on everything. It's on ESPN too. They're confirming it as well. But it's one of those, it's just so hard to believe. And I'd like to see how his body looks. I'd like to see how in shape Brenner is.
Is he in shape? Yeah.
But you got to be feeling better about the team than you were a couple hours ago. I mean, I'm no chief, but I love Kai Kamara too, but it doesn't seem like a guy who's going to start scoring a lot of goals. It's just not in the cards for him. And we're just like grasping like, hey, he's hustling back. His hold up play is great. Like, all right, but let's just stick one in there. And now you're bringing in a guy who you've seen score some outrageous goals for this team, for this coach, and playing with a Brazilian, we'll just say best friend, we'll just
best
make
friend.
it best buddy and Evander. And I don't know. It's just what we do, I guess. Now we're just going to keep chugging along, and I haven't looked at the schedules, but why not a shield? Let's do it. I'm excited. I'm ready. Yeah, like you said, that first moment at TQL, I'd love it. I don't want him. It can't start a game. He's got to come in as a sub first, anyway. So that'll be a beautiful moment if everyone stays healthy. Why not us?
Do they have him like walk around at halftime on Saturday? I don't know if he's even. Well, he has a green card, so it should be very easy to get into the country.
You just buy a ticket, I think.
Yeah, right. I don't think there's anything too crazy. No embassy stops or
I know it's
back.
I know it's unrealistic, but
start him.
What if he's available on Saturday? It's like he knows the system. Like, it's the same coach. It's like. He knows half the people in the locker room. It's just like, just walk in, just like, he is not only signed, he's available for selection on Saturday. Get in there, kid.
You just you got to feel bad for Momba Dem. It was like, hey, I worked my ass off for this. Like, you're out of the match day roster. Get out of here.
That guy's got a USL gate if I've ever seen one. I gotta be honest with you. And I liked what I saw, but I was like, this guy doesn't run like he's a stud at all. Also, I think that first time you stick Brenner in, it's one of those ones with the adrenaline's going to be so high for him and everybody else. I can't imagine he doesn't do something cool that first appearance. I'm already I don't want to set the bar high, but just like the fact when Loka came in his first game, it probably shouldn't have been. I think he just flown in.
Yes.
Yeah, at the Red Bull game, and he was pretty solid for 30 minutes or whatever. So I'm expecting big things. He won't be here this weekend. That's impossible, right?
Is it?
I don't know.
Does anyone know where he's at? Like, he could be in America. He could have already been in the United States for all of us know.
He was on the bench for Udinese on the 18th. That was the last I saw.
Okay.
That was ages ago, but
yeah. I mean, he can come right back in. Oh man, this is gonna be so fun. And then we got this winger. I don't know much about him. He hasn't started a game since May, so he clearly fell out of favor from a team that I think is objectively worse than us. So take that for what you will, but it is somebody that fits the profile, fits the description of our dribbly boy, half space 10 winger types who become amazing wingbacks. And so if he can follow in the footsteps of Barrial, Orishano, and the couple of glimpses we've got of Echenike, then great. Lovely signing. Add him to the pile of really good players that Albright has uncovered. Brett Halsey, of course. Zico Bailey.
You look at the Cinco Bailey. You look at the last two windows for Albright, and you look at the players this team has brought in since the end of last season. The roster has, Grayson, you brought this point up at the start of the year. It's a rolling open window now. And the players they have brought in are, like, the depth chart you posted, Kevin, is staggering on the post. When you look at like who is on this team, and a lot of them now are young players. Like, they have brought in a full complement of U22 players.
Is this 4 U22s now?
Well, yes, assuming he's I guess it would be 4 U22s. Wow. Because I assume that he still has to like keep the designation even if he's like on loan.
He has to keep it or increase it. So he's either a DP or a U22. So yeah.
Or he could be a TAM.
I guess yeah.
But just the talent that is on this team now and the depth that is on this team, is insane. Like, you've got now your backup in your midfielders. If you can get Woboto back before October, and that's like, word on the street is what they're targeting, then your backup midfielders or your reserve midfielders are Dado, Gidi, and Brian Anunga. Like,
if those three were starting, you'd feel pretty good.
And Kubo.
Which I did because he was like third at every position that I had on there. So.
But he's still on the team as of 10:28 p.m. 8/21/2025.
True, and if healthy, could very well play meaningful minutes at right back or central midfield or potentially striker, depending on where he needs to be. So
I still believe in him.
Yeah,
I still believe in Kubo too. I think this is the perfect use case for him, is that he's like a guy down the stretch where you're going to be like giving him minutes depending on need or game state in any given situation. But they have so much depth now. And we've talked about it. They need to be able to win shootouts, or they need to be able to score goals in tough situations. They've got goal scoring threats all over the field now. I
can't believe they brought Brenner back. Can we just focus on this for a second? Like, this is, I don't know, if people became fans in the last like couple of years, maybe you missed all this. This is not unlike FCC getting Lucho back in 2 years. It's like a reserve player. Little different situation, but similar enough.
That also wouldn't surprise me in 2 years.
I mean, it's only 10 o'clock. He could come in later tonight. Why
His
not?
FOMO must be off the charts.
Dude, getting Brenner back, that's true. Brenner was one of the Lucho buddies that he complained about us letting go, even though he said many times.
We're trying to make it right without Lucho.
He demanded like across 3 windows that he had to leave to go literally anywhere. I mean, Udine seems like a nice place to live for sure.
Yeah. And he did get he was injured right before or immediately after getting there, which kind of threw off his whole thing.
He probably also wasn't like ready.
Yeah.
To go. Like, he was good for like a half season.
Yeah.
Like, I believe in the talent for sure. But like, the track record was like a really, really good half season. And he's like, all right, I'm done here.
Yeah.
And not only a really, really good half season, but it's like a situation that was set up for him to succeed versus going over to Europe. We're like, we're kind of grossly indifferent if you succeed. If you don't, the next guy comes in and takes your place. But we're not going to set our offense up and set our team up to maximize your abilities. Versus in MLS, if you're a DP, the entire team builds around utilizing your skill set. And it's just a completely different setup and situation. I
think Brenner, if he waits a window, shows up in 2023 like committed, plays the whole season like he's going to earn a move.
Yeah.
I think he has a great year. The team wins more hardware than they won. And he probably ends up in like a better situation.
Yeah. Not to mention, it's a harder league. So it's not like he was going to go to LAFC or something. Right? He went to a league that is also particularly known for being a strong defensive league. And so, yes, any flaws in your game were going to get exposed extremely quickly. And if I remember the situation, Udinese had just lost their big striker at the time. So there was more or less an open competition between like 2 or 3 strikers that they brought in for that job. And yeah, I mean,
but they brought in like other guys.
Yes. Yeah. And the second it didn't look like they were all going to hit, they go out and spend another $30 million on a whole bunch of guys. Yes. So yeah, tough situation.
What would be the funniest thing he could say to the media as to why he wanted to come back to Cincinnati? Why Cincinnati? Like, he has a world full of places he could go to. Why Cincinnati?
Kings Island.
Top Golf. Specifically the manager at the one.
Like, he could say, I just really miss Frisch's Big Boy, and then everyone's like, oh, we have some devastating news to give you.
Can I interest you in some dollies? He's like, what the fuck is this shit? Is it the same? The hot fudge cake?
Does he confess he never actually tried Skyline? So now he's come back to actually try.
I never actually wanted to leave. He said that. Like,
yeah. Oh, that would be
my bad, guys. That was a whole misunderstanding.
They made me go.
Chris Albright made me go.
I was willing to take a supplemental spot deal, and they just said you got to go.
I love this town. Like, he should throw Lucho under the bus fully. He should be like, I really wanted to stay, but Lucho took me aside privately and said, really and truly, you need to leave. This is a bad situation for you. And just make him the villain here. Like totally villainize that guy.
It wouldn't be the first bad advice Lucho gave him. Some of us watched that in Nashville home game in 21.
Oh yeah.
The Panenka.
Should he come back with a newspaper advertisement? This is my city.
I mean, when he kisses the crest, I'm gonna like laugh out loud, but also like maybe cry. But like, everything's beautiful. So full circle. It's like so stupid. It's like, this doesn't mean anything. We're like, yes, just kiss that. I remember like Roland Lamont. I remember like smacking after Atlanta. He's been there for like 5 minutes. Like, yes, he loves us so much. We're such easy marks. Yeah.
That Roland Lamont smacking the crest, I think, was the last like soccer that Roland Lamont ever played.
Might as well have been, yeah.
I think he went to like Memphis 1808 or whatever that team is called.
Well, then, as far as I'm concerned,
that team folded, by the way.
As far as I'm concerned, he went out on top, touching the best badge from the best team in the world.
In the third game or second game of the season.
Dude.
This is the most absurd situation, and I had the biggest fucking grin on my face for the rest of the day after this news dropped. I went to the doctor.
It was like, it lasted longer than 5 hours.
This is such an absurd story. And I desperately need this to work now. Like, I was already invested in the outcome of this season just because I also need to prove Grayson's take wrong from last night.
My take, I feel vindicated.
So everybody's right.
I feel fully vindicated. Like, the Tom Bogert. So I said there's not a better right back on the roster. The Tom Bogert reporting was that they were trying to sign somebody from abroad. They tried to sign Brian Reynolds.
Yedlin.
They tried to, and then when that didn't happen, they tried to get Yedlin back on a long-term deal. And so, like, I was right. And then they brought a first division proven player back, and they improved the team. I don't think anybody was like, well, what if it gets Brenner back? So, like, yeah, I missed on that part of it, but yeah, I think I'm happy. I'm glad that I was proven right in my view. I'm glad the team wasn't just thinking we're just going to let Yedlin move and do nothing. Which some people were arguing for and said was a good move. So, yeah.
So
sad.
Do we have more? Jonah, do you have like a Brenner banner in the basement? We got to bust back out.
No, somebody posted the picture of the Brenner banner. I remember it was like the top floor of that warehouse across from TQL, and like they left the windows open, and there was like 8 bird shits on it from like pigeons who were on there. So
really prophetic as it turns out.
But it's just. Is it really that I don't want to even dream board this, but like if Brenner kind of face plants, it's not really going to hurt my feelings if he sucks. No, I mean, it'll suck really bad, but I feel like it doesn't ruin everything at all. It feels like a bonus. Yes. It could be a huge bonus, obviously, but our striker situation, if he sucks, is what it was going to be. We thought it was going to be before it happened anyway. So it feels like it's all gravy.
It's all gravy.
It's house money. It's Carl's house money.
So I guess the question to the group is, if you had to give Chris Albright a grade for the summer transfer window, what are we giving Chris Albright here, fellas?
He filled out every single U22 position. I think objectively made the team better on paper. We'll see how it shakes out. As I'm standing right now, or sitting right now, where I'm sitting right now, I'd say A+. This is as good as it could have been.
Yeah. They went to the window with no open DP spots, with we'll say a cap challenge in terms of how many max TAM guys they had on the roster and their ability to add more players. And somehow Palpatine returned. Jonah, what grade are we giving Chris Albright?
There's probably another group of people. I don't know who they are. I don't know if they're associated with anything else, who would probably say, well, he's just making up for an old mistake. So I can't give him credit for Brenner because he fucked up Brenner the first time. So actually B-. But yeah, hey, we always want him to shoot for more. So we'll say A-. We'll get a plus if you do something truly miraculous. This is honestly, this kind of is
this is very miraculous,
but not in a miraculous way, like a miraculous level player. It's just miraculous that it is him, that it is Brenner.
It is funny to think that like they were in for Thomas Muller, right? So Brenner is like our backup Thomas Muller for a TAM signing level player.
Who do you want, Kevin? Really you can only have one. DP Muller or TAM Brenner.
Honest to God, the Brenner that I knew is a better fit.
Brenner.
My Brenner is a better fit for this team.
I'm right there with you.
There can't be a team in this league that has a more absurd list of in talks with and also signed over the course of the last, we'll say, calendar 12 months. Going back to last transfer window, like
Weston McKennie,
Josh Sargent, Berterame. In this, then they actually end up signing Evander. They end up signing Kevin Denke. They were in talks with Thomas Muller.
Wow. Throw in Brian Reynolds. He's level.
Fabian Johnson. Wait, when was that?
Kyle Beckerman.
I would say keep an eye on Brian Reynolds.
I mean,
that's a feels like it's not done thing.
Make a couple of moves here and there, and he's our starting.
But like not this window, but that feels like that feels like a thing that could happen down the line.
Yeah, put a pin in it.
I in a way, one of these guys has the opportunity to out and out win this right back spot, and if they don't, it looks like Brian Reynolds is waiting in the wings there.
Yeah, for sure.
Shit. Well,
anyway, my grade.
Oh yeah, please.
I had not given a grade.
Is there a version of this where we were giving a bad grade?
My grade is I think it's interesting. I think it's interesting that Jonah said that he's not a miracle worker, because I was going to say like he's the alpha and the omega. This is we have loaves and fishes for days.
He's not a miracle worker. He is the miracle.
This is an unreal pairing of windows. And I just can't wait to kill Pat Noonan over the results of this team the rest of the season.
Why are we not trying to hold on to the ball? Yeah.
You have Brenner, you have Evander, you have Kevin Denke, you have Pavel Buka, you have Luka Orishano. How did you only win by one?
You got Dominik Marczuk. You got Geedy.
You've got Geedy. You've got Jabari. What are you doing?
They're all on the field at the same time, and we're still just like kicking it towards their goalie. Like, all right, everybody, back up. Not today, boys.
It's still not clear to me that Jabari and Geedy are real players. Like, I need to see them. Like,
I have it on good authority that somebody has seen Geedy.
Okay, it's like if you told me that those deals fell through, I think I probably still feel the same as I do right now about this team. So I'm excited to see what happens there.
What I'm excited most for is I'm excited for a moment at some point in the future, in a big moment, in a big match, where there is contact in the box. And for some reason, Pro decides to bless us with a penalty kick.
Oh, no.
And Denke, Evander, and Brenner all walk towards the spot doing the Spider-Man point.
Who won the penalty?
Yeah, right. Lucas Angle won the penalty.
Yeah, it's like, oh, fuck.
Oh, man.
And then Nick Hagelin runs up out of nowhere like Leroy Jenkins and kicks the ball directly at the keeper.
Yeah, right. Matt Miazga throws his hat
points to his captain's badge. He's like, I'll be picking this one, boys.
Denke takes the penalty, right?
For now.
Does he?
Yeah, he does.
If he's on the field, he takes the penalty.
Yeah, I think so. I thought it was Evander, though.
No, Denke took him this year.
Yeah, he does that stupid stutter where I'm convinced every time he's going to get flagged for moving backwards.
He hasn't missed yet.
No, he isn't. Yeah,
Evander has.
No, Denke is not, I don't think. I think he got close.
Yeah, he had a not great one that squeezed in there.
Evander's was blocked in the Leagues Cup shootout?
So that's our last memory of his penalties.
Last one I need to see from him.
Ever.
The greatest ball striker we've ever seen on this team. Like, I think we've seen all we could see.
You got Brazilian media asking why isn't he getting looks for the national team.
He goes to take the kick from the spot, picks the ball up, and moves it back to the top of the 18.
Ain't no rule that says I can't take this from 30.
I don't think the keeper wouldn't like that either. This should be better for me, but I'm really scared.
I know he's not going to be there on Saturday. I'm so excited for this game on Saturday. I think
he could be there. I think he'll be in the building. I mean, he's got a green
I don't want to
card.
see him till the kit's on. Like, it's like a wedding. I don't want to see him until he's fully dressed in whatever number he's chosen, which should be 99.
That's true. I don't want to see him till he's starting. Don't announce him.
Can he pull the sword and start in the same game?
That would be electric.
If Brenner's got to pull the sword
Please.
this weekend.
Please, my God.
He pulls the sword and then all of a sudden does like the rip off the track pants and he's already got the shin guards on.
I'll say this. I love that people are concerned about like Brenner's international status, our international spot situation, all that stuff. I love it. I'm glad that people are like paying attention to stuff. I'm glad we have an informed fan base. I could not care less. I am vibing on the Brenner signing so hard.
Grayson, I almost asked you, don't we still need to get one more international spot?
Look,
doesn't matter.
My philosophy for the moment is it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You can do it. Just be creative.
Be creative. I was told by the commissioner himself, it's just that we should just need to be creative. And if we put pressure on our owners to be creative, this is all going to be fine. Yeah. As far as I'm concerned,
we're being creative. It's great.
We can just pass one green card around because you just got to go show it to somebody. It's like, quick, here.
It's like a bearer bond.
Yeah, just get Obi's green card. He's not using it right now.
It's a traveler's
you're an
check.
American. Go.
You're a traveler, and they check it.
It's a literal card. You just hand it to people.
Like an actual green card.
I am traveling. This vehicle is not for commercial
I was
purposes.
going to say, someone just needs to be a full-on sovereign citizen, and I think we're good.
It's Matt, isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's what the St. Christopher's medal is. It's like a universal passport. It's the patron saint of travel. It's like I can go anywhere as long as I have St. Christopher. It's safe passage.
Actually,
I did think it was weird when I got Matt Miazga's autograph, and he autographed my jersey of the personal representative of the entity that is Matt Miazga LLC, all rights reserved.
Subject to Section 130 of the
Uniform Commercial Code.
UCC. I am not the all caps man.
The agent of the living entity that is Matt Miazga.
I think if Matt Miazga is a sovereign citizen, I think we need one more additional international spot because he is renouncing his U.S. citizenship, and that does put us.
That's
in
a good point. That's a good point, Kevin. I'm not sure anybody thought of that.
Oh my god!
We're in
I don't know if
trouble
there's...
he doesn't pay his taxes either. So, this is great.
Christ.
This is a great day to be a fan of the FC. Jonah, it's always a pleasure to have you here. Do you have thoughts finally for the people here before we wrap up?
No. Sorry. I hope this doesn't affect Steven Jimenez's playing time. That's all I care about.
I guarantee you it does not.
Okay, good.
I do think we see less Dado, unfortunately, with this move.
I'm okay with that.
Iron sharpens iron, Kevin.
Exactly.
That
It'll
is
just raise
true.
his game even more. But yeah.
Yeah, what if Dada just straight up beats out Brenner for a job?
In my mind, he already has. But, yeah. MLS, cup or bust, baby.
Oh, let's do it. Yeah,
We can still win the League's Cup if Mike Pence has the courage.
If JD Vance has the
Brenner
courage.
thing, guys, bring FCC back.
Okay, so word is that JD is coming to town this weekend. Did he know?
Okay, I was thinking about the sword. Sorry.
Did he? No. Did he know that Brenner was coming in?
Was Brenner on the
Yes.
same flight?
Is
as him?
that why JD's coming into town?
JD
There's
is
only
such-
one way to know, and that's to ask him when he comes on our podcast. Once he accepts my invitation, it's an open invitation.
I think
Are
it's
you listening,
invitations
JD?
at this point with an S.
It's one continuous invitation.
Okay.
It's one open invitation that I remind him of every so often.
Every single tweet he sends.
JD, my man, would love to talk more about this incredible policy of your administration on the Cincy Postcast.
JD, Brenner is back. I know you as a huge fan of the team.
He like D'Souza?
I'm going to send that tweet. I'm going to send that tweet tonight. You've inspired me. I think JD should know. He should know.
Jonah's got a good point. He is a D'Souza, so maybe JD does know Brenner.
Oh, because there's like because of Goa.
No, who's the Dinesh D'Souza?
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
because of Goa, India. Portuguese. The Portuguese part of India.
Yes.
Duh.
Oh my God.
That's what we were all thinking.
Jesus Christ.
Took the words out of my mouth.
I thought you were thinking of the wrong person. Turns out you're just way smarter than I am. So there we go. Chief? No. Jonah?
What?
Give
No.
us-
Give it.
Give us a sign up. Give us a final word, and I'll just end it right here.
Oh, fuck Columbus.
Your recording engines. I'll see if Tom says anything back to me. All right, Tom Boger. Sorry, as I just hit record. Tom says, I know that was discussed previously. I asked this morning and didn't hear anything. Let me check again. So we may be responsible for
So he
it.
can sound smart even if he
Well,
didn't.
he's already
Is
on.
this on the recording?
No, I mean, I haven't like started the recording.
It'd be funny if the show starts with, well, Tom says, I know that was discussed this morning, but interesting.
I mean, I can leave it in there.
Leave it in. Who cares?
If it doesn't happen
actually, don't leave it in.
We'll look real stupid.
All right, let's start.
All right.